Hi, I'm Don McStraw, and this is the McStraw Method. So if you're listening to this, it's likely that you're someone who is finding that you are busy. You might be busy with the career, you might be a homemaker, and you're finding that you're always busy, and you're busy juggling stuff. Juggling work life, juggling home life, and what I call juggling the playtime. So you see, what happens is this: you've probably heard or been told or whatever that in order for you to be successful, you got to make sacrifices. Now, whilst on the surface, that sounds logical. That sounds like that might be true. Yep, I've got to make sacrifices if I want to succeed in my chosen career, my chosen sport, or my chosen path in life. And it doesn't make a difference what that is, but all too often we hear that you've got to make sacrifices. So you take that on board and you adopt that, and subconsciously that becomes your mantra. So what happens is you start making sacrifices, and then those sacrifices, they build and they build and they build, and then suddenly the sacrifice that you're making is you. And what happens is this: little tiny things, little tiny tips, little tiny tells start to occur in your life. You might have been an active person, you may have been going to the gym regularly, and suddenly that's being sacrificed. So what was 3 to 4 times a week drops to 3, then 2, and then 1, and then there's the, stuff it, I'm not making it at all. And you're missing it. And that's starting to have an impact on your day-to-day, because suddenly your energy reserves, they start to dwindle. Your sleep becomes, well, not sleep. It's like I've shut my eyes, I wake up again, but I'm waking up tired. And I'm looking forward to the end of the day to going to sleep again. But I don't go to sleep, I don't fall to sleep. I crash and burn. The next part of our life, it starts to take a toll, and that's what I'm going to call not nutrition, but that's just the simple thing of food and eating. So we start to skip meals. For those who are busy career-wise, we start to spend time at the desk. We're eating at the desk. I need to get this report out. We're eating on the run. I'm not actually going out, getting some sun, some vitamin D, and I'm spending less and less time, and then I'm making poor choices. I'm grabbing the quickest, easiest shit that I can put in my mouth just to do it. Or worse still, those decisions that we're making and the choices are even worse, because we're going for all the stuff that gives us the sugar rush, the sugar high. It feels good now, but we feel shit later. And we know it because every time we do it, we feel exactly the same. You see, the problem with all of this, all of that pain that we're experiencing in our lives, the no energy, the lack of sleep, the moodiness, the bitchiness, the no energy, I'm putting a little bit of weight, my clothes are getting a little bit tighter, I no longer have the confidence when I walk into the room of strangers, I start to doubt myself. See, all of that fundamentally comes from one thing, and that one thing is time. You're starting to experience lack of time. See, because the sacrifice you're making, you're actually sacrificing time. That little bit of time that you're sacrificing becomes, I don't have enough time. I can't find any time. Or the time that I have, it's not enough, therefore I don't bother making an effort to utilize that time. Now you see, there's a solution, and I don't like using the word solution, but really there's a path forward. And that path forward of being that busy person who doesn't have the time is about prioritizing you. Now, prioritizing you comes in a couple of different forms. Number one, you got to start putting yourself first. Because if you don't put yourself first and you don't look after yourself, you could end up in that, pardon my French, shithole of a place that I was in, where I got that sick that I had a medical emergency, and only then did I wake the F up to realize that all this BS around me, being busy, sacrificing, chasing my career, was coming a cropper. And it took me the extreme to learn. I don't want you to do that. I don't want my kids and my family members to go down the same crappy path that I did, because I started making BS excuses about not having time because I was making the sacrifices. The path forward is taking you and putting you first, prioritizing you. So in the McStraw method, we talk about and we use the phrase 2%. 2% in your day is a 30-minute slot. Putting yourself as number one, bugger everything else, number one priority for 30 minutes a day. That's where it starts. Now, yes, it can start with something simple as fitness. So I'm going to work out for 30 minutes today, and I'm going to feel good about my workout. It's short, it's sharp, it's efficient, but for God's sake, I feel great afterwards. I then have the energy to then go on for the rest of my day. It could be I'm going to spend 30 minutes of my day just giving me time. I might do yoga, therefore it's not necessarily a workout, but I'm going to spend quality time on me. It might be that I'm just going to read. I'm going to put this bloody phone down that is currently controlling my life, swiping left, right, scrolling up and down, and I'm going to read a book. And I'm not going to read a Mills and Boon, and I'm not going to read some novel that's some mythical creatures, it's a Harry Potter. I'm going to read a book about getting me into the right place. And I'm not going to say self-help, but it could be a book on mindset. It could be a book on learning a new skill. Shit, it could be a cookbook. It could be I'm going to learn actually how to cook proper meals for myself. I don't have to be Gordon Ramsay. I don't have to be MasterChef. I can simply spend time understanding that my food is my fuel. And shit, I'm a Porsche. I'm a Ferrari. I'm a Lamborghini. And if I'm not, and I'm a VW, then I want to be that. I want to have a high performance body. And to do that, I need to fuel myself with high performance fuel. And it doesn't mean fancy restaurant grade shit. It simply means I need to look at what I'm putting in, the right balance of my protein, my carbs, and my fat. I'm not saying count macros, I'm just saying eat to fuel you. So the pathway, put you first. Take 2% of your day, little deposits into the bank. Over 7 days, doing that every day, that's only 3.5 hours. For those of you who used to be the workout junkies, the cardio bunnies, the Les Mills class, the body combat, the spin cycle, who were going and spending an hour and a half getting to and from the gym 4 days a week, guys, that's a whole freaking business day. That's a whole business day out of your time. You don't need to spend that. If you are consistent and you are regular and you are holding yourselves accountable, then we can get some of that stuff done in a half an hour. Now, when you're ready and you want to level up, we can extend that to 45 minutes. We can extend that to 60 minutes, but put it all in perspective. You are busy. You are time poor. But you don't want to sacrifice yourself, because by being all of that, if you aren't number one, you will not be successful. You will dig yourself into a freaking hole, and it'll be like you sitting at the bottom of the well. There's a rope above you by 3 feet, but you can't jump and fucking well get it to grab it. 2% people. 2% daily, little deposits. Now, if what you hear is something that's worthwhile and it's of some interest to you, then hey, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to go through a 5-day video series where I will talk to you about the 5 strategies that we use in our daily 2% program to help our busy clients regain, restore, reset, get back in control, put 2% on the table for them every day. Some have gone on. Some are the real estate agent is now the primary in the agency. Some are the event coordinator who's now the event manager. The young consultant who's now made manager. All because the little 2% deposits that they're putting in their lives to help restore themselves and helping rebalance and getting back in control and understanding that all the shit that life throws at you, hey, that's just there. That's just a challenge. But it's a challenge that they can tackle. They tackle it now, but they're succeeding. All that stuff's in order, so now everything else is in order. And they are busy, and they are chasing a career, and they are running a household. They're teenagers, there's spouses, there's dogs, there's sisters, brothers, cousins, dogs, mothers, lovers. If you're interested, go to the link in the bio. Look at our coaching program. Look at our little 5-day video challenge. There's an opportunity when you are there to apply for a coaching call, but we'll spend more time, get to know you, and see whether our program can help you, and if it can help you, how we can help you. My name's Don McStraw. This is the McStraw Method. Have a great day. Sun's out. I was going to say guns out, but you know what? Whatever. Cheers.